Diane in Denmark here, and rah rah rah, it is Wednesday. Let me get that right. It's a bit of a strange week for us because all schools and offices were closed on Monday for the Easter break. Anyway, we're back into our kind of normal routines now. And this week in the Flylady system is Zone 4. Master bedroom, if you have an ensuite bathroom, that's Master 4 too. I've been through, the cleaning with you before. I'm going to be spending 15 minutes in here cleaning today, but I'm not going to video that for you today. You've seen it all before. If you want me to clean along with you, you see me doing the cleaning in here, just 15 minutes. I'll put a link up there. I've got a whole cleaning playlist, but I'm not going to be filming the same things over and over again because, you can find it there and as I've said before, when I do my Flylady cleaning, I just do it, 5 minutes here and there. And generally speaking, I'm not spending 15 minutes in the zone every day. Anyway, what I did want to film for you today, just a short video. We're in the month of April, and I realised the other day, this is actually a month since I was introduced to the Dressing Your Truth programme. And you've heard me talking about this before, and I've also been through in previous videos. I'll put a link up there to the wardrobe playlist and Dressing Your Truth stuff that I had. I mistyped myself in the beginning, and Carol Tuttle very graciously stepped in and got me back on track. I am a type 1-4 in the Dressing Your Truth system, which means that I lead with a type 1 energy. And those of you who have been following my videos for a while will say, of course, that's you, the type 1. My energy is up, and I've mentioned before, I love the Danish expression when people are excited about things. In Danish we say, jeg kan ikke få armene ned, and that means I can't get my arms down, and that is, me, when I get excited about things. I just want to run around and go, ah. Anyway, I'm excited about the Dressing Your Truth thing, and I thought I would just give a little update on how it's gone since last April, since I was introduced to Dressing Your Truth, and last July, since I found out or rediscovered that I was a type 1 with a secondary 4 energy, which means I'm more kind of, planted and, like the routines, thrive with the routines, stuff like that to keep me on board. So anyway, let's sit down, because I thought I was just going to take you through a few aha moments that I had and how it's benefited me. And when I got into it, I thought I was just going into, another one of those colour analysis systems for dressing, but it's been so much more than that. Anyway, let me sit down. You grab a cup of coffee. If you have laundry to fold, maybe you want to do that. If you're at the office, maybe you want to clean out one of your desk drawers, fill up the printer with ink or paper, do all those little jobs. But anyway, let me sit down and let's get started. So the reason that I looked into Dressing Your Truth system was I wanted to kind of pare down the amount of clothes that I have. I've been following the Flylady system for many years, and I've got rid of all the kind of surface clutter and a lot of clutter that's, in drawers and cabinets. But the clothes thing has always been a problem for me because I've always kind of been going in all different directions, and I like, to change things up. I like to keep things fresh. That should have also been a clue. That was type 1. And I also mentioned that in Denmark we have 4 very distinct seasons, sometimes in the course of a day. So you may be in another part of the world where you can live in shorts and a t-shirt and a pair of flip-flops. Here we really do have the 4 different seasons. This year hasn't been so bad weather-wise for winter, but I have a lot of different, or had a lot of different clothes. But also a lot of different colours, textures, all that stuff. And I was looking to pare down. I'm never going to be minimalist wardrobe. I'm never going to be doing, the kind of 30 items for the month. That's not me. I like to have the variety. I mean, you see that. I like to change up with my earrings or, colours and stuff. But I was looking to pare down stuff because I had a lot of stuff that I wasn't using or it didn't make me feel good when I was wearing it. But I was just kind of holding on to it because, you know, when you don't know which direction to go in, that's always tough. And it's the same with decluttering, you know, with the Flylady process. You declutter the stuff that is kind of easy first, and clothes were my kind of last bastion of clutter. So, and if you've been following my videos on the, as I said, I've got the playlist there with wardrobe. You'll have seen me decluttering. I've been going through scarves, jewellery, makeup, outerwear, gloves, scarves, hats, you name it. I've gone through and decluttered it. But the dressing your tooth thing has been the icing on the cake, because now I'm seeing why there are certain things that I wear and don't wear, and not just the colour thing, but also the styles. But anyway, let me go through a few things, because one of my kind of worries in a way was how was I going to get through winter, because, you know, the type 1 colours are that kind of fresh, you know, a splash of sunshine on everything, you know, spring colours, you know, my favourite season. And I was a bit worried about that, you know, how I'd be dressing, you know, through the winter where everybody else here in Denmark is just a sea of black and grey. And actually, it's been a real eye-opener for me, because I've shared this with you before. I get real cases of the blahs in the winter because we have such short days here, really, you know, 6.5 hours of daylight, even less on days where it's grey and raining. But just the very fact that I've been dressing in the proper colours has really lifted my mood, along with doing the daily exercise, which I've also talked about here. And actually, it hasn't required any extra effort on my part. Now, let me take you back. Do you remember I made a video yonks ago about my uniform? Now, my uniform has always been dark blue jeans. I always like a dark wash jeans. That is the same. I've been all winter. I've been doing the same thing, dark wash jeans, and in the past I would also use like navy trousers if I was going to something a bit more formal, and you know, a pair of navy trousers like this. These are the ones that I've been wearing, you know, if we've been going to, sorry, a bit fluff there, if we've been going to something a bit more fancy, you know, in the evening, if it's been a kind of thing where everybody would be wearing black, I've been wearing my navy trousers. These have got a slight sheen to them, and these have been great. So there hasn't been any change there. But I used to wear, you know, I used to have like, you know, some black trousers that would pair with everything else. I really haven't missed that at all. I've been wearing my navy trousers plus my jeans, and what else? And I've also got my navy thermal trousers, which have been fantastic on the really, really cold days when I'm cycling down, you know, because I'm out on my bike every day in the winter. So that hasn't been a problem. And when my other part of my daily uniform is some kind of top, you know, just a kind of basic top, and then you know, a jacket or a cardigan with some shape. And on a previous video I showed you this was like one of my classic pieces. Now this, most of my stuff is charity shop, you know, secondhand. This is a secondhand cardigan. This was a secondhand find which I have worn and worn. You've seen it in so many videos, right back to when I started making videos. And I think this cost me like 40 krona in a Danish charity shop, which is like £4, I don't know, $5, something like that. And I've mentioned this before, I have a penchant for white and cream jackets. I mean, looking at my wardrobe, I've probably got like 6, 7 of them. But that has always worked for me, like having something, I need to have something bright, not black jackets. They suck the energy out of me. And also, you know, a lot of you often say, oh, but how can you wear white or cream and it's not practical? Basically, all my jackets are machine washable. You can get some really good ones from H&M, Mango. I've got a great one from, oh, that's not the Mango one, but I've got, there's another. Case in point, another, that's a winter white jacket. So these are kind of my basics. Those were my basics before, and those are still my basics now, so that hasn't changed. And during the winter, in Denmark, we layer a lot. We need lots of layers. You know, I'll be maybe wearing my thermal vest, and then I'll maybe have a blouse on, and then I'll have a jumper, and then I'll have my thermal jacket, and then my winter coat and top, and then my earmuffs. So and then when we get towards the spring, we start kind of peeling off the layers. And in the morning, like the morning today, we can be down like at almost 0, and then in the afternoon it's kind of flip-flop weather. So layers are good for us. And I've also noticed that my basics for layering, they are the same as when I didn't know about Dressing Your Truth. I'm on the same page, as it were. And just to show you what my basics are, usually some type of white blouse, and this is a cotton one, which is also great. I mean, that goes from summer to winter. I'm really looking forward to wearing this. You know, a crisp white blouse with my blue trousers and pops of red, you know, coming into spring. I've also got a blouse which I've been layering a lot. This is also a second-hand one with a bit of gold in it, so that's been really great for layering. And then when I want something that's not quite so kind of fancy for the weekend or if I'm gardening, I have a denim blouse. And this is another charity shop find, and it was a really good T1 find because it's even got little polka dots on it. So that's what I've been using to layer with my jumpers. Now, jumper in British English means a sweater, and I know in the States I think it means something like a kind of, what do you call it, like a pull-on thing, like a kind of pinafore thing. Anyway, play suit kind of thing, you know what I mean. Anyway, I've grabbed out a few of my jumpers from my wardrobe, and I always fold my jumpers, I don't put them on hangers. And I just want to show you that these are some of the favourite ones that I've been wearing this winter. This one you've seen a lot, and I love this one. It's got wee pearls on it, and this looks great with you know, one of my blouses underneath, or coming up to the summer I can just wear it with a light camisole underneath. And this actually came, I found this because on the Dressing Your Truth, if you're on the lifestyle, if you have access to lifestyle, they have these kind of like Pinterest boards every week for the different types, for different stores, selected by, you know, the ladies at DYT. So you can actually go in and find things in a store which are your type. And occasionally they have ones for stores that we have here in Europe. And this is one, this was actually the first thing that I bought that was from the DYT kind of guidelines, if you like. And I love this jumper. You've already seen it a lot, but it's a really nice T1 red, and it's got the wee pearls on it. You know, I love my pearls, and it's a bit kind of random. So I've really had a lot of wear out of that, and can wear that, you know, around Christmas or Valentine's Day in the summer with my doing the nautical look with my navy. So that's been a great one. This one is a very recent buy, and my mum bought it for me when I was over seeing Mum in Edinburgh last month, and she said, that is just so good. So Mum bought this one. This was from a sale in a store called Debenhams, and it's not white, it's T1 red and a light pink, and it makes me feel so good to wear this jumper. So anyway, thanks Mum for that one. Mum's always really good at spotting things for me, and I'm good at spotting things for her. My mum, by the way, she's a type 4, which is kind of funny. It was actually Carol who said my mum was a type 4. She's seen pictures of my mum, because when my dad was alive, my dad was very obvious a type 4. My mum wasn't quite so type 4, but I think she was kind of living in the shadows of my dad. But now my dad died a few years back, and I'm beginning to see more of the type side 4 of my mum, which is funny. But there you go, because I always thought my mum was a type 2, but actually I think she's a 4-2. Anyway, just shows you how you can kind of move out of your own energy when there's kind of other things influencing stuff. Right, and this is one of my favourite finds of my own. It's an Easter egg yellow colour, and it's really warm and cozy, and I love wearing this one, and I get so many compliments when I wear it, and everybody says, oh, you look like, you know, a breath of fresh air, or actually somebody did say that to me in French, une bouffée d'oxygène. Or it brings out the colour of my eyes, and that's the other thing that I've noticed since I've been doing the Dressing Your Truth system. I know some people who watch me on YouTube who don't know me, you know, on the street, didn't like the change as they saw it in my style. What you're not maybe realizing is that on camera things are very different. If I was wanting to, you know, be a presenter on TV, I would probably be wearing very T4 makeup, and you know, because that looks best on camera, not T1. And I don't use any you know, special lighting. I just make these videos. I'm not a fashion channel. I'm a cheerleader channel. I'm here to be your cheerleader. But I've noticed that a lot of the compliments that I was getting before were, for example, oh, I love your jacket, or I love your necklace. And the compliments I get now are, oh, wow, you always look so fresh, you always look like you've got so much energy. Oh, great, especially as I'm postmenopausal, I'm always feeling full of energy. Or, you know, oh, your eyes look so fantastic. And so I've noticed the compliments have changed. So just think about that. You know, you may have thought, oh, I don't like Diane's new style, but were you actually kind of too focused on the, you know, like the colours I was wearing, and not, you probably saw the colours before you saw me, if that makes sense. So anyway, the people who know me, you know, my friends have been like, oh, wow, you know, what a change, you look fantastic. So and I go by, you know, the compliments of those around me, not kind of on screen stuff. But thanks for all the people who are supporting me on screen. Anyway, back to the jumpers. So that's my, so I've got a lot of jumpers here, and the thinner and I'll just do this because this is a funny one. Now this isn't black, and in the Dressing Your Truth groups, we have this really funny hashtag, which is #InBin, which means it's not black, it's navy, because people always say, are you wearing black? No, we're not wearing black. This is actually a navy jumper, quite dark navy, with a T1 red. And whenever I wear this, it takes me back to the 1980s, you know, and the 1970s, 1980s of punk music, because these jumpers were really in there. I love these jumpers. But I always feel like I'm Dennis the Menace, not American Dennis the Menace. You have to go and Google British Dennis the Menace from the Beano magazine. If you Google that, you'll see what I mean. But I've really enjoyed wearing these kind of thinner jumpers, thinner sweaters, and I can, through the winter I've been able to wear them, as I said, by layering, you know, something, let me see, layering like, you know, a white or a cream blouse underneath. And then also being able to add, you know, a jacket on top if it's, you know, if I'm going to something a bit more formal, if it's really cold. So that's been really useful for me. And also that going forward, when I buy new things, I know it's going to go with what I already have. You know, I'm not in kind of 4 different directions. And also some of the things that I do have that are in the T1 colours, maybe at first I've thought, that doesn't really work for me, I'm not feeling it. And sometimes it's because it's just not my style. And for that reason, I'm also very grateful that we have this clothes party swap thing, where, you know, the clothes swap parties where we can take along things, because it gives me the chance to try things that I've kind of been maybe thinking, does that mean that not me? I can bring it home, try it, and if it's not me, it goes back to the clothes swap party without me having spent money on it. But the really helpful thing on the Dressing Your Truth on the Lifestyle Access has been all the extra videos. There's tons available on YouTube, so you don't need to go buying anything. But I gave myself the gift of the Lifestyle Access, and that for me has been invaluable, priceless, if you want to use the pun, because it's also shown me that sometimes I've had an item For example, like this style of cardie. Now, this style of cardie is quite kind of floaty. That, in my before thinking, I would have been, oh, that doesn't work for me. But I can make it work for me depending on my kind of yin-yang balance. And there was even, I think it was yesterday on Dressing Your Truth, there's a cheat sheet on how to put these things together. Like maybe you feel with an outfit, oh, this one really works, but that doesn't. Now I know what to change in order to make the outfit work for me, if that makes sense. So that I'm more of a 1-4 instead of going into 1-2 or 1-3 energies. I hope this makes sense for those of you, at least those who are following your Dressing Your Truth a bit will know what this is. But for example, me as a type 1-4 can look very, very different from a type 1 who's got a secondary energy of 3 or even of 2. You know, a type 1-2 will probably be much softer. They will have a lot more probably flower patterns. You know me, I like stripes, whatever type of stripes they are, whether they're wiggly stripes or straight stripes. I love the random pearls. I like the color blocking thing. That for me, that's more a 1-4 thing. That I like the color blocking. I like a bit more structure in my clothes. So often, you know, for example, tomorrow I'm wearing a t-shirt with a print, but I'm pairing it with a more structured jacket, because if I was to pair that t-shirt with a floaty cardigan, I would just want to float away. You know, I still want to be grounded with my yang towards my yin. So anyway, that was just a wee thing. Just hold on. Yeah, just one more thing. I just want to say that even though I'm a type 1, which is this kind of upward and light energy, I also like that as everything goes together, I can still be, I kind of have a formal look as a type 1, you know, a type, and you know, I can still have, for example, I can take this blouse that I'm wearing today, just take off my cardie, and I can pair it with something, you know, like a winter white jacket, something like that. I can put on my more formal blue trousers, add one of my fancier necklaces. So I can still kind of do all the different looks and still be my own energy, you know, and still feel that I'm not kind of away with the fairies, you know, which sometimes the type 1 energy is seen as a bit like. So you've got to use this system and make it suit you. Where have you heard that before? It's the same with the Flylady system, like getting things done, Miracle Morning. You take the system and you make it work for you. I can only say it's been such a fun journey. I'm still learning how to put things together and what works for me. But it's been a really great learning process. And as I mentioned yesterday about Carol's book, you know, the Child Whisperer, it's really been a kind of eye-opener to how I approach things in life, how I solve problems, why the way that I do the housework works for me with the Flylady system. I mean, it just all kind of fits together. Anyway, on that note, fitting together, and I need to put things back into my wardrobe and get on with a wee spot of cleaning. I'm going to set my timer because I know that, and I've got to keep it light and fun. So I'm just going to do 15 minutes with my headphones on with my funky music. And I shall probably not be making a video tomorrow because I'm out to a fun lunch because one of my friends, it's her birthday, and it's Sue, you know, the swimming teacher, and she's always up to crazy things. So we're going out for lunch. But I shall be back. I should be back at some time. So don't go sending out a search party if I don't make a video. I'll see you around on Instagram. So anyway, on that note, live long and prosper. May the Danish sugar be with you. And oh, did I show my style card? Let me see. Am I doing the right thing today? I think I am. Yeah. Oh, there we are. See? I'm all matchy. Not that card. That card. I'm all matchy. Okay. Anyway, have a great day, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.